It's your boy Young Kiyoma, aka Young, where the anime bitches at, aka the Phantom Trooper, aka Nick, and who are y'all?
Oh, junk. It's your boy Phable, aka PJ. I don't really have any epithets right now. I was trying to think of him while he was going, but you already know what's up.
And it is your third host, Josh, aka JC, and welcome back to Tower Talk, episode 54. 54.
I definitely messed up. I told Anna, I was like, yeah, we're about to go record 53, and then he said 54. I'm like, ooh, yeah, she put the wrong episode. I'm like, real.
Before we go any further, would like to say shout out to the people. I did see that not only we're almost at 60 subscribers, but also that the most recent short that we uploaded on YouTube yesterday got well over 3,000 views in like 10 hours. So shout out to y'all for that.
Yeah, it was a One Piece clip.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's fire. That's fire what y'all did.
Yeah, we slowly but surely
You're throwing down.
Yeah. Getting it down, bro.
Throwing down with that freaking.
We actually average. I'm starting to see where the as far as the podcast videos go on whatchamacallit, YouTube. We're averaging at least above 15 views, so that's
our actual episodes are actually we get a decent amount of views on like our actual episodes now. So shout out to that. We do have consistent listeners. If only there was a consistent upload.
If only there was a what?
Consistent uploader.
Oh, I was about to say, I was like,
because I either be getting hoed or doing too much or whatever. Like we're 52 and 53 got to go up like today and tomorrow. Like it always happens. It's always some shit. Who knows? But shout out to y'all for sticking with it.
Yes, sir.
So Josh, do you have any comments you'd like to bring to the table?
Oh, you don't want to do the how we been doing?
Oh, I forgot that we do that. Fuck. Okay, well, I guess that kind of shows how I've been doing.
Talking about the seconds, right?
Yeah.
I thought we been did that.
No, we just started the episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do the how we been doing. Usually.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The check-ins.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Did we do comments before?
No, we do those first and then comments. I just skipped. My brain skipped that.
Okay, no, I was just making sure because I'm like, am I stupid? Did I?
No.
Did I mess this up?
Josh, how have you been doing?
Been doing swell, man. Okay. Honestly, yeah. Y'all know I'm doing the moving process. Gonna be moving next week, Tuesday. So, and then the next episode I'll probably be in a hotel. But I'll have like my laptop. I recently like reset my laptop so I can like clean it up and use it for situations like these. But I got some like work stuff, and then they just got me like a hotel room, so I'm probably gonna be in a hotel room.
Hotel room where they set up stuff for your apartment, right?
No, it's like I have some work stuff that weekend, and it's kind of spanning.
So you're staying in the
Sunday.
Hotel, while you're doing the work stuff, and then going to your apartment after.
Yeah, so like when I'm done for the weekend, I'm like head back. But yeah, honestly, man, I just been learning a lot about myself. It's interesting. I've been learning that, like, for me, I believe unhappiness is the key to success. I was doing a research study on just the chain of events that's been happening with my life. Just assess things, see if I can learn anything from it, and yeah, I just learned that like throughout all of like being in the unknown and being in the most uncomfortable positions.
I think I get what you're saying.
it helped me
actually. Yeah.
make
The more unhappy you are, the more it helps you. Like you're able to work in spite of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got you.
It was crazy. I realized that. So,
I get that.
yeah.
I mean, and not to cut you off,
Yeah,
that does
yeah,
remind
yeah,
me.
go
I was
ahead.
watching. There's, the documentary channel Sunny B2 documents like online like internet celebrities and stuff. And I was watching like an older video of his I hadn't seen, which was like what happened to Dakotas or whatever, and it was talking about how you know this dude's life is basically like because of his mental state and like problems he's had in the past. There's lots of points, like lots of really low lows for him, lots of points where his life goes to shit, and then when that happens is like when he ends up skyrocketing like immediately afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So you talking about that is like very interesting to me because I watched that literally earlier today.
Really?
Because it was like when he got his biggest he's ever been on stream,
Mm-hmm.
he like had a terrible moment in his life,
Mm-hmm.
and went down and then went up for a second and then went even further down, and then just fucking Fortnite came out, and then you just saw him like just grow and like that, and then like he ends up falling off again, coming back up for a little bit, falling off even harder, and then that's where he's at right now. And so it's like, the thought process is that it's only a matter of time before he hits that point where he immediately skyrockets again.
Mm.
And so like I find that really interesting because that actually is very similar to what you were just talking about.
That's interesting. Yeah. It's crazy when you realize it. And like part of like having fulfillment is living life in its totality. So I was seeing how you can't just take pleasure all the time. You have to have pain too. In the way, if you want to live life, a fulfilling life in a way. Yeah. And was another thing I learned another thing about myself, which sometimes I tend to do it, but been trying to live a little bit more because I feel like knowledge breeds avoidance. Kind of like when you were, okay, I think I know this. You will always avoid it. But instead of just, trying it, maybe, even if it's a bad experience, kind of going back to unhappiness, at least you learned something from it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, been learning about that, about myself. But yeah, man, other than that, doing A-okay. A-okay.
It's good.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Well, I have gotten back into content making this week. I've been uploading videos.
Yes, sir. Been peeping the videos.
I am doing decent with them. Like they're definitely doing better than I thought they would. But I'm pissed because I've talked to you guys about it. I was literally talking about it before the episode. I've been stuck at like literally 49 subscribers for like the past week and a half. And it's like, I don't care about the number that much, but it's right there. It's just the fucking extra one. What are you doing? Because like I'm looking at my analytics and it's just like, like hundreds of new people dispersing views across like any of my videos. And it's like, that's so cool. I'm glad people like it and are watching it. Fucking one person subscribe and I'll stop caring.
That itch, bruh.
I'm just like, look, man, enjoy my content however you want. You don't gotta subscribe, whatever. Just one motherfucker.
Just one nigga.
Just
I need
more,
one.
Just one. That number is literally right
I'm
there.
asking for too much, bro. I just need one nigga.
And then if I hit 50, I'm gonna be fine with chilling at 50. If my videos end up getting more and more views, I'm gonna be fine chilling at 50 no matter what, unless I hit 59. Because then I'm gonna say, you son of a bitch. Just one. And that's always how it's going to be. See, everybody celebrates milestones, right? Everybody will celebrate, 100, 500, 1,000. cool, whatever. Like, I'll probably do something for those, right? But that's not what it is to me. If I have that one motherfucker not subbing, just that one, out of all of y'all, just somebody hit the button and make it a full number. God damn.
That's funny.
Man said, bro, there's no reason for this. There is no reason.
I've actually been liking doing videos. I've been liking editing again now that I actually can edit with like an actual software instead of literally every software I've been trying. I've tried so many fucking things. I've tried fucking, because the older version of Sony Vegas fucking stopped working. And so I was like, fuck it, let's try DaVinci. DaVinci is only really good with audio. So I was like, fuck it, we'll try like OpenShot. And OpenShot sucked. And I tried like 3 other editing software, and each of them have their own flaws and pros, but it's like most of them just fucking blow. And I was just like, what am I going to do? And then I was like, oh yeah, I could just get another version of Sony Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
So I got another version of Sony Vegas. And it's better now. I can actually play the game.
Yes,
Crazy.
sir. Yeah.
And other than that, I've been waiting for. I always bring it up, but DNF Duel and Gundam Evolution, man.
It's almost
Those
time.
games.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for those games. I'm gonna be streaming those games mad hours.
Yeah. Almost time, man. We close.
Yeah. And then also, I'm not going to say anything about it yet, but I am trying to edit together an editing reel so that I can try to apply to be this one person's editor that's trying to find an editor right now. And I'm like, I mean, if there's anything I have experience in, 11, 12 years of editing, it's not bad.
Yeah.
God damn, I've been editing for 11 to 12 years.
Yeah.
Please don't bring up numbers.
Please don't bring up numbers. He said you ain't even talking about me, and I'm upset.
Nah, bro. It's been hitting me kind of different lately. Yeah. I don't need it right now. Please, nigga. I've been just straight chilling, and then like, oh no, it started hitting me different. I was like, bro, this again, nigga? What's going on?
Well, then let's go ahead. How's it been for you?
No, I was saying you could finish.
No. I mean, I was finished. That was basically it. So you go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah, I mean, it's been pretty solid. Learned some more about myself as well. Some pretty integral stuff, I'd say. Just kind of like how I have to roll. And so this is slightly off topic, but not really. So Anna hits me up while I'm playing Destiny. I got off Destiny because I just can't. She said, "Why are you guys like entertaining though?" And I'm like,
Ooh.
"Well, nah. Look, I'm just kind of like."
Oh, she
you
watches
didn't think I was gonna be.
The
You think I was
podcast?
gonna be like? You didn't think we was gonna be funny? Like you just thought we was gonna be whack? Like, what do you mean by that? So shouts out.
I'll tell you what she was expecting.
When this episode gets to you, Anna, shouts out to you. But like,
I'm gonna tell you what she was expecting.
Bro, you didn't
she was expecting podcast niggas. You feel me?
I accidentally sent her 51. I sent a link to share the podcast, and it just sent 51. So she was like, when I read the episode description, I did not expect that, and I was like, what do you mean by that? Like, what does that mean? But I mean.
Yeah,
whatever.
here's the thing. I suspect that she was expecting, podcast niggas. You think, well, a typical podcast nigga right now, I mean, it's not a good look, to be fair. Think of the, right now, typical, I'm not going to start any beef for any names, but typical podcast right now is like super, fucking quote unquote alpha niggas and that kind of like, crowd,
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, that's kind of funny.
We're very like, we are different in that way. We're because there's like a lot of podcasts.
Welcome to the broke, hated, and Sigma in America podcast.
Sigma in America.
Sigma in America, the Sigma podcast.
That's
Welcome.
Right. That's right. Are you
Chad.
gay? Fuck you.
Like,
You a woman? Fuck you.
you're not banging out chicks every day of the week. Who has time for grinding? I'm
You
trying to
don't hate minorities like me.
I'm trying to
What?
grind up on somebody, and that's it. Are you trying to get your life together? You're whack. Like,
Bruh.
is your life together? What a pussy. Like, oh, I'm sorry then.
Wait,
My bad, dog.
you gotta be unhappy and fucking bitches to be real. And that's facts.
Said unhappy.
Nigga flex his pecs.
He said you gotta be unhappy and fucking bitches to be real. That is tragic.
So what? I use a little bit of gear, bro. So what?
You said what?
I said, so what? I use a little bit of gear, bro. You can't expect me to get games like this without roids.
Dog. Unironically, I know a nigga who takes roids, and he's probably like one of
Really?
the most cool dudes of all time, bro. You know something funny?
I mean, there's different reasons for everything, but it's just funny. It's the
Bro.
stereotype.
Would I tell you this though, bro? This nigga's
Yeah.
like a teddy bear, bro.
Oh, word.
This nigga never gets mad, dog. The only time he got, all right, I'm not gonna spill his whole business, but the only time he got like super mad one time, and he was like, bro, this is how you know. He said, this is how you know when you're dealing with someone else, bro. He said, only my old lady can piss me off. He said, if it was some random dude on the street, I'd have punched him in the face, maybe, and just kept walking. He's like, now if he would have like, pushed me or something, then I gotta, do what I gotta do. But like, only my old lady will piss me off. And I was just kind of like, dang, that's kind of wild, dog. Like,
Yeah,
but
Interesting.
it's just
Nah.
that's like part of that whole archetype, though. The whole like super alpha, roided out, fucking bitches guy,
Yeah.
like most
That's
Hollywood
kinda funny.
actors. But we're not gonna get into that.
but yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, it's been pretty straight for the most part.
Good.
Learned some not so cash money things about myself,
Oh,
but I
okay.
mean, how are you supposed to go anywhere if you don't know those kind of things anyway?
True.
You know what I mean?
Interesting.
So instead of looking at them like, man, that's not, I mean, they're not cash money. I'm not going to hold you. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, they're not that. Nah, like, they're pretty not cool, like, not GGs. But it's like, I know what they look like now. I
Uh-huh.
know how they are. So I'd rather know and be able to do something about it than just be like, oh, well, like, I tried, or, that whole, I know that hurt.
Fuck.
I know that.
What
hurt.
happened?
He hit his knee.
Oh.
That is exactly what happened.
See, I told you, bro. I heard the sound. I was like, I know that.
Oh wow, that one was on the
know that.
corner. Okay. Oh
Oh,
wow,
silence.
that one was bad. That's like, I usually edit those out. I'm gonna keep this one in. I've kept like one or two in before. That's like top 5 worst knee slams I've had in my life. That one was bad. That shit is still hurt. Yes, that shit is still hurting.
Lord Jesus.
Does it make your knee go numb a little?
A little bit, yeah. But I mean,
I hate those pains.
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to stubbing your toe, where are we looking?
It's like a 5. I haven't hit my knee that hard before. Worst knee injury I've ever had is like I fell on concrete and scraped it.
I think that stubbing your toe is like a different form of pain.
Yeah. How you feel about funny bone hits? Worse or not?
Nah, not even close.
You think
I
so?
don't. My funny bone is just like, I feel like people, when you hit your funny bone, it is only like, I'd say like hitting your funny bone is the equivalent of just being like excruciatingly annoying.
But not like pain.
But it's not necessarily painful. It's
I
just
got
the
you.
fact where you're like, this motherfucker here.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you hit your funny bone and you're just like, why do you exist?
Yeah.
Why are you still there?
You stub your toe, you want to go knock down a freaking tree
Yeah.
by yourself, Minecraft style. Like, you're really out here. You know what I mean? Like, that funny bone, that toe, bro, that toe is that's a different story, bro.
Facts,
Yeah.
bro.
Stubbing your toes, like, I'm about to go like pull an Anakin Skywalker.
That shit happens, and you're like, for a brief moment, you're like, I understand them now. You know?
Yeah, like you're literally just like, makes sense.
I get them. Any villain you could think of, you're just immediately like, yeah, no, I get it.
He had a point.
Yeah.
Period. Just anybody ever. It could be like the worst nigga ever. Just like, he had a point. I mean, like, you know.
Josh, and I'll talk about this later on the podcast. But Josh, you stub your toe and you immediately go, damn, maybe Emily was right.
Oh my.
Maybe.
We'll talk about it on the podcast. Don't worry, you'll get the scoop. You'll get the scoop.
God.
Ew.
But
y'all stick around for that one. We're gonna talk about some.
I hurt my soul.
Your soul.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But what I learned was that, I kind of learned where my doubt. I'd say I'd learned where my doubt stemmed from.
Okay.
Or kind of like how it. I don't know how to describe it other than like how it approaches things that will take place before it gets there. Does that make sense?
Like your stages.
Yeah, like the stages that it takes.
Yeah.
Kind of like to doubt till it gets to like doubt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can understand that.
And in my case, this is just, me. It is easier. And well, honestly, I think this is probably something universal, but I'm not going to sit here and talk for everybody. But I think it's because it's easier to, like, usually it comes to, like, I'll doubt something that I'm supposed to be doing or, like, doubt God, like, just not trust certain things because the situation will arise where it gets, like, difficult. And I used to think it was, like, man, like, I'm weak. So I'll just like, oh, like that's why this happens and da-da-da. But it's like, it's not necessarily that I'm weak. Like your outlook pretty much controls how you go through things.
And I feel like I'm cutting people off a lot, but
you're good.
That does remind me. I was having a discussion with somebody recently because he was going through a lot of trouble because of personal shit I won't get into, and he was being treated poorly by a lot of people because of it. And that kind of stems into an outlook that I think a lot of people that and you don't even necessarily have to be male, but like a lot of people born male know, and that is like your emotions are usually negatively looked down upon. It does affect you mentally.
I mean, like, that's a people thing.
But I feel like I feel like that's something that's like because like when you think negatively about yourself and things like that, like you have those kinds of emotions, your immediate response is like, oh, I'm a bitch,
Well,
that's
for me,
kind of how
it was presented. Like I used to think I was weak because I couldn't like hold out. Like it's one thing to kind of be like, and I understand where everyone's like, oh, well, like knowing is like, awareness is one step, and that makes sense. Right. But at the same time, bruh, there has to be some kinetic. You can be aware of something the entire time and still do nothing.
I mean, that's why still, there's addictions and stuff, right? Like people will know.
Well, I think addictions is a lack of changing your mind. That's me personally. But I mean, like,
I agree with that for the most part. I think it does depend, circumstance to circumstance, but I agree with you for the most part.
No, I understand. But it's like, like in my case, I have the tendency to like, it's usually a string of inconveniences. It's never like, it sounds like, oh, well, like, duh, so you're inconvenienced and you start doubting. It's like, no, it's not like one thing. It's whenever things start happening back to back to back, string of inconveniences, as if you were going in the wrong direction. So then I take those circumstances and I'm like, okay, because XYZ is happening, that must mean that I am going in the wrong direction. So then I take that and I'm like, all right, cool, I'm going in the wrong direction. But the thing is, every time I back out, I feel worse. and it never gets better. It only gets worse. Every time I back out, it gets worse.
Mhm.
So I just kind of like sat with myself one time, and I think it was like, I can't really describe this. People who, know God, I guess, will know what I'm talking about, but it'll be like 1 minute I'm like completely secure in who I am, and I'm completely secure in him. I'm fine. String of inconveniences, right? Next thing you know, it's literally like I've literally turned the opposite way. Like, and I had to feel it happen. I had to notice it happen in order for me to actually even it's hard to explain without like going too deep. I don't know how much time I have, but it's like it's almost as if you know one thing, right? Like you know one thing, and then everything comes against you to test that one thing. So then your mind is only going to be able to hang on for a little bit. Your mind is actually the thing that goes first. Once your mind is gone, though, it's too late. You have to go through it again. You can't recover it from that point. Like, once your mind is gone, that's it. But, like, your heart, when your heart turns over, it's different. Your mind turns over first, then with it goes your heart. But if your mind stays in it, your heart also stays in it. Not that your mind is stronger, but your mind can, like, they're kind of, I don't want to say like the same. They're like kind of in the same vein. Like intertwined, I guess. That's the only way I could really describe it, is that they'd be intertwined. But what I would pretty much discover is like when stuff gets bad or difficult, I will try my best to stay in, and then eventually I'll turn over. And what I mean by turn over is like I'll just start doubting. I'll completely 180, like completely. And it wasn't until I was like trying my hardest to stay and then still 180'd that I was like, okay, like what the heck? Because it kind of pissed me off, but not gonna say it kind of pissed me off. It definitely pissed me off. But it was like I had never noticed it happen like that before. It's very like slow. It's where it's kind of like a small decline, or like a slope.
Okay.
So once I had noticed that I was doing that, I was like, okay, so then like when stuff gets bad, my first thing, like my first tendency is to actually stay in, not give up. My first tendency is try and power through. But powering through on your own, to me, isn't really possible. Just me personally. There's gonna be everyone who disagrees and has their own opinion about whatever. I don't really care. I'm just gonna be honest. But like powering through, yeah, like that's all fine and dandy. But it's like it's not that you power through, it's how you do it. But either way, off topic. So once I realized like when things get hard for me, I kind of bail, like flip over, like 180. I was like, okay, the fact that I'm like 180ing, like how do I stop 180? And so it took a little bit. And I was talking to my friend Steph. Shouts out Steph, V Lone Stepper, my boy. And he was kind of telling me like you gotta look at it like sometimes you just really gotta like. There's different ways for everybody, I guess, but like there's not different ways for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to kind of figure out like how I got to look at stuff, like period. Like, oh, so this is off topic, but not necessarily. I'm trying to get a bike.
Okay.
And before, I understand the risks, because everybody and their mother tells you about the risks of something before they tell you about anything pro about it. They always give you the cons first.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, yeah, as it is.
But I'm thinking about getting a bike. Actually, I'm not thinking about it. I'm planning on getting a bike.
Okay.
And the way that I've been moving right now to get this bike is kind of different. It's kind of weird when I think about it, because I'm like, I wonder what the difference was. Because the way I moved to get this bike, I think I decided I wanted to get a bike last week, I believe.
Mhm.
Like Friday. Yeah, I think I decided I wanted to get a bike Friday. Within the short span of a week, I have already looked at a crap ton of videos, am looking at helmets, scheduled for a course. Like, a bunch of stuff has gone down for this one thing of getting a bike. So I was like, okay, this is kind of strange, because why doesn't this happen with other stuff? And it was the fact that I had not accepted the process to other things. It was easier to accept the process of a bike than it was to accept the process of, like, because I'm not gonna say I don't care about like a bike, but it's like, I know I'm not gonna. My friend rides, so I sat on his bike and I was kind of like, oh, it's kind of sick, like it's cool. But he was like, yo, some things I just want you to know, like, you're gonna lay it down, not crash, but like, you're gonna lay it down at least once. Like, everybody, you're gonna fall. And so I was like, yeah, like, whatever, that's to be expected or whatever. That kind of look, like that outlook where it's like, oh, like, you're gonna fall down, whatever, to be expected, GG's, whatever, right? That's all fine, except like, I do not have that same outlook with other stuff. So,
Okay.
because I didn't have that outlook with other stuff, that is what would hold me back, is not accepting the process. So, like, I know some people say trust the process, but I mean, sure, however you want to word it. But like, acceptance of the process pretty much was the one thing that was holding me back in other endeavors.
Interesting.
That, and then doing the whole 180 thing. But now that I know I do a 180, I'm like, okay, well, now I know I can't do that because I know that it happens. So when a string of inconveniences happen, I have to trust God through those string of inconveniences, back to back to back to back to back, because it's not as if some huge thing comes up and is like, oh my gosh, opposition. It's never like that. It's usually a string of inconveniences. The string of inconveniences turns into opposition. If you give up at any of those strings of inconveniences, then you're on the slope. Does that make sense?
I see it.
At least, my description of it for my life. So really, it's like small equals big. So same thing with process. Like, I'm so ready, and I'm not like, never ridden before in my life, except like I've rode on the back of one, but like that doesn't count. But like, I don't really care. I'm freaking ready. I'm not scared at all. I'm like, because everyone's like, oh, well, don't get scared and done it. Like, I'm like, no, I just don't want to hear the negatives. Like, something I say all the time is like, if you think I'm losing, just let me lose. And I really like when that happens. And sometimes it can sound stubborn, but it's only because if you're going to only tell me about the negatives, you're not really helping the situation. You're not making it real. You're making it like pessimistic. It's like shooting something down. If someone wanted to be a basketball player, you wouldn't be like, well, only 5% of people who try out make it in the league, and, this, that, and it. No, that's not how you make it real. You shoot that. You shot it down is what you're doing. When you're doing that, you're dream killing. If you want to make something real, you make it real. Hey, you said you want to go into the NBA. All right, nigga, you better start shooting hoops, because you can't suck and make it to the NBA. They know they can't suck and make it to the NBA. They want to be good, but you got to make it real. You cannot shoot it down. When you only talk about negatives, you shoot it down. So that's why I just would rather not. I'd rather not talk about negatives, not necessarily avoiding them or acting like they're not there. It's just the fact of like when my dude was like, yo, you're going to lay it down. That's a negative. Nobody wants to fall, nigga. But it's the fact where he's like, you're going to lay it down. It's no big deal. It's just what everyone does. Okay, cool. It's real. He's not saying, yo, if you lay it down, you're going to suck. And bro, the statistics that how many people do this and that, like, I don't have time for that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Learning how I react to certain things kind of helped me. And then also, when I was trying to get this bike, or no, I'm still trying to get this bike, it kind of hit me about accepting the process of like, because it's also a skill. It's not just like you get on a bike and you ride. It's like driving, except you don't have to necessarily. I don't think there's necessarily like too much skill behind driving, but a bike is different because it's just you. Like cars have crumple zones and, you know, the padding and all that other stuff. Like it's just you on a bike. So if you not doing everything that you can, you're at a disadvantage already. So you're putting yourself in even more risk versus if you were doing all that you can and you know how your bike works and you know how it does this and like all that stuff, it's going to be something that requires attention to detail. But me accepting the process of like, okay, this is going to take some time to get good at it, whatever, is kind of how it was for me when I started off doing music. Like, okay, later on though, I forgot that process because I had gotten, I guess, like good at one thing. So I'm like, okay, I'm good at this now. Forgot that it took time to get good at this. Tried to do something new that I had not done. And then when I'm not good, I'm like, crap. But I don't know. I'd say I'm getting better. Learn that about myself. I think that's really it for the most part. At least as far as me. So
nice.
Was that all three of us? Was I last or was that
You were last.
Yeah, you were yeah.
But
this is, I was gonna say completely unrelated to literally anything you said. I was thinking about the alpha thing, like when we first talked about it, and like when I thought about it, I was like, we really are the exact opposite of like that archetype.
Low key, if that the fact that that's an archetype, dog, I'm not gonna hold you. I don't even want to be close to that junk.
No, for real, but like we are like the exact opposite. Like they're fucking
broke and we're hated in America.
Broke
man,
and hated in America. Fucking like the opposite of super chatted up. Fucking
super duper Chad.
Cannot be us. Fucking bonus point for us. I mean, we don't hate women, so you know that's cool.
I hate women. I hate women. Incel. I hate women.
Fucking classic. That's a great fucking moment in Tower Talk history.
Incel. I hate women.
That's how the episode ended. Was the crazy thing. Yeah. But I mean, fucking. Yeah, we're just so opposite of that.
Yeah.
They hate gay people. I'm literally not straight. Like there's so much things about us. It's like
it is what it is.
It's fucking funny though that is an archetype. Like it's terrible that that's an archetype, but it's funny. You know.
There's definitely worse archetypes. I feel like
there are, but it's like they're almost like a parody of real people. You know.
Parody.
Y'all ever? All right, it's like off topic. Not really off topic. Actually, kind of in the same vein as that last statement.
Okay, yeah.
Josh, remember? I think it was you. Remember I think it was last episode where you were like, you be looking around at some folks like, y'all niggas ain't real. Like y'all gotta have like bond in here, bro. Nah, I'm pretty sure that was him. Where he was like, you said like not everyone is real. There's no way that all y'all niggas is real. Like y'all had to be NPCs.
Oh,
yeah,
something like that. Like don't. I remember
the conversation you're talking about.
But I'm like, I remember that statement being made, and I'll be looking at sometimes like, do you ever like listen to some of the things that people say, and you're kind of like, there's gotta be like, you gotta be like.
Bro, I go to work
like a parody of a person. Like I didn't know y'all niggas were side
character in a gag manga or some shit.
Nah, like it's like that thing. Yeah, yes. You're a side character in a manga, and I'm not trying to be like I'm the main character when I say that. I just mean like
no, but it's just
some of the things that people say is like so outlandish that I'm like, yo, is that like I'm not trying to be rude when I say this. I just wanted to know like y'all niggas actually exist. Like I thought that junk was I thought that junk was a meme. Like, I thought people just said that to like, I don't know. Like, I thought people just said that. Like,
yeah. Sometimes the way people be acting just makes me feel like they're like NPCs.
Gotta be NPCs, like NPCs that are just pissed off. Like,
just
you know, like in Pokemon, there's like always like that old dude who's like low key pissed off at like the world.
Yeah.
It's like I'll be running into folks like that sometimes, and I'm like, I didn't think y'all were real. Like, I thought y'all like.
It's like that, David. It's like somewhat related. It's like that Dave Chappelle shit about the fucking what is it? The fucking he's so racist that he's not even mad. He's just astonished. It's like they just say something super ludicrous that you're just like, there's just no way you.
I feel like, dude, I don't know where you're from, but like,
it's just absolutely.
How did you?
Chance you said those words.
It's like, okay, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, you're looking at him and you're just kind of like, are you actually from Earth, or like, did you get here? Like,
when did you get here?
When did you spawn in to where like that's like a thing? Like, that's some outlandish stuff. Like, that's
it's
like
weird.
Yeah, like it just be like they just do like some ludicrous is probably the only word that can describe it. It's like, bruh, low key, it's like close to just straight up like blasphemy. Like, you're just like,
sometimes
that actually came out your mouth. Like,
like,
you actually said
just
that?
disrespected my ears with your words, like the Caleb City video.
Yes,
like,
like it's a different level of just like, dang, bro. Like, I didn't think y'all niggas existed like that. Like, that's kind of wild.
Yeah, it'd be surprising me too. I'm saying,
you said you work with one of them?
Who, me or Josh?
Josh said that.
Literally everybody,
everybody
that I work with, it just feels like, oh, okay, y'all are not alive. Okay,
y'all that non-playable character energy, huh? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absurd. Like,
you're giving me heavy NPC vibes, bro, and I'm not down with it.
Like, I was thinking the same thing. There was this CoffeeZilla video recently where it's like there was this kid who was talking about how he basically created a crypto coin that, long story short, was basically just a Ponzi scheme. And so the kid is getting interviewed by these two like actual investors, right? Like two legitimate investors.
Like Shark Tank niggas.
Yeah, like those kinds of niggas. Yes, absolutely. Like I don't remember if they're investors or accountants, like somebody in that kind of field though, like an economic field, right? And he's like, the kid starts describing how he makes the money, right? How he makes so much income off of this cryptocurrency, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he describes it in a way where the guys start laughing and they go, "Did you just describe a Ponzi scheme to me?" And the kid like pauses for a moment, and basically his argument ends up being, well, you guys are just too old to understand. And it's like, they understood it just fine. It's like, there's just no way you said that just now.
Yeah, that is weird.
Like, they really broke down the trapezoid to them, and they're just like, so you're describing a shakedown.
It's just like, there's no way that these guys legitimately make money off of this industry. And you just told them they don't know what they're talking about. Like, that just didn't happen, you know?
Ignorance,
like, there's no way you did that.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah.
Stuff like that. It's just like, how? What do you mean? But,
it's crazy, yeah.
Josh, we can go ahead and get into some comments now. We can get into some comments.
All right. We got quite a few.
I feel like we had a few on the One Piece clip.
If it was just like, all right, let's get into comments. We have none.
Nobody likes us.
I think this is
hated.
Yeah, this should be our last episode.
Just hated.
Oh yeah. I forgot to tell you guys, this is the confirmed last episode.
Yeah, like what? Man.
Episode 54, the end.
Episode
54, Pillbox Hill, the end? ?
Yo, there's the title. There you go.
Oh,
You gotta make it some kind of anime title, but it has to have the end in it.
Okay, well, we can start off the comments of the day with y'all mentioning that clip. There's a guy. He goes by the name of Adam.
22. No, it's fine.
That'd be fucking weird.
Ato Miss Kyo. I'm not too sure how to.
Okay, we got a fucking Fully Cooley fan.
Okay.
Yeah, Fully Cooley fan. Quay would like to have some words with you.
He says this shit is funny as fuck. Logan.
Wait, what?
He put
Logan?
Yeah, he put the L in his name.
Logan.
So we actually have a nice comment for once.
Sick.
So yeah, that. While we on YouTube Shorts, we have two on our recent One Piece clip.
I'd imagine that one has some views to it. I feel like I saw something, but I don't know.
Nas Hassan says, yes, worst TV show because I don't think that it will give the same vibe as the anime.
That's a fair statement, but I don't think you can adapt an anime to live action and get a one-to-one feeling replica. I don't think that's what
yeah, it's completely different. Yeah.
It's all about the handling. But understandable sentiment, though. Like, I do get it. I'm not expecting big things either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Worst adaptation? No, Bleach exists, but...
Bleach exists.
You know.
Yeah. Next comment, Sebastian, he says, or she says, we will see.
We will see, yeah.
Yeah,
that's been my entire mentality on One Piece live action as a whole. The entire time, it's been from like announcement to even now. I'm just like, we'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe, possibly, probably not. But you know, possibly, maybe, we'll see.
We have hope. That's all we have, bro.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So that's that. On Instagram, we got 3 comments.
I forgot we had one of those.
We had one of those.
I ain't heard that name in years.
That broad.
God damn.
It sound like every time I use that voice, I just think of Joel.
Think of Joel, yeah.
Oh man.
Closer to the Alpha Podcast niggas than we might lead on.
We're getting too close.
I hate women.
I hate it. Oh my god. First comment. Jimmy Lambert says, I'm gonna put a 4 right now just in case. I'm not expecting a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
respect that.
Sentiment. Yeah.
Understandable. I respect it.
Mm-hmm. Kensei says, when does it drop? Which, I replied saying, we don't have a release date yet. So, but I don't know. I mean, I really hope they take their time.
I do too. When do we expect it to drop? That's the thing. When do y'all think the live action One Piece series is going to happen? If you had to place an estimate, when you think it would happen?
I feel like we will get a trailer next year. It's just because I feel
I don't think a trailer by the end of this year.
Maybe that, because the thing is, if they wait too long, I don't know how many people were. Well, let's say they wait like 5 years, like something like long like that. Do you think people still be like,
no?
Okay, so that's how I'm feeling too. So you might be right. By the end of this year, they may put a teaser trailer, and then probably next year is when they'll drop it. Sometime next year. Well, I know it can't be too long.
If I were them, I would have put a live action trailer at the end of the most recent episode, considering how big that episode was.
Oh.
Especially in terms of budget as well.
I did not get to watch that. I forgot.
Oh, that episode has so this is not even a joke. It has one of the best action sequences I think I've ever seen in a show.
Golly, bro.
And they play the first opening.
Guess they had to come back hard, bro. Dang.
And they played the first opening. I can't overstate that. This nigga is like, he's, because it's the first time that Kaido feels pain from somebody that isn't Odin. It's when Luffy comes in with like the fucking like giant, fucking, what is it, red rock and hits him to the ground. And Big Mom's like, he didn't actually get hurt by that, did he? And then Kaido like looks up and he's fucking like, dude, what?
Dang.
Actually, no, that was
the third. I thought Zoro heard him. I thought Zoro heard him.
Zoro hurts him after. That's after.
Oh, that's after.
That's after. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because at that point, Luffy's knocked out, so he thinks like there are no threats after that, and then Zoro puts him in his place.
Interesting.
So yeah, that's great fucking episode. And it's the first episode where they made Yamato not look like a normal One Piece girl, which I'm a fan of.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to peep because I knew when they came back, and I'm like, okay, I haven't got a chance to watch it.
Hey, I think episode that drops tomorrow is when Kaido and Big Mom throw their hockey at all of them, and Zoro fucking blocks it back. I think that's next episode.
When is the episode when we see Nico Robin? She
It won't be for a while. You gotta remember the pacing. This shit in the manga. It'll probably be within the next.
So
like,
that
5.
happens before the Nico Robin thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought it happened after.
Ashura happens before.
Yeah, that. But I don't know. My memory's shot. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Continue.
And then we got our last comment from Vanity says, I think Netflix is draining its money into shows too much. There's already enough episodes of One Piece to make an entire galaxy with the amount of time.
You might be the winner of this week's comments.
So
Because
you agree?
Netflix is draining too much money into shows, which is why there are so many shows getting canceled right now, why they're losing subs, why they're actually in the red still. They're bleeding money. They're projected to lose at least another 2 M's in like the next.
Were they
4 to 6
losing?
months.
Were they canceling shows before their decisions?
Yes, that's something that led to subscriptions dropping. Like they were already bleeding, is what a lot of people don't realize. All right, hold on. You know what? I said I was going to do it. Let's talk economics for a second. Let's talk business. All right. So here's the deal. Because I know last episode I said, hey, I wouldn't mind doing like a business thing, right? Business thing every episode. So probably won't be every episode, but it fits into here. So Netflix, a lot of people don't realize, was in the red before they started cutting everything, right? Before the subscription, before people started mega canceling subscriptions, they were like evening. They weren't in the red or the green. They were like middle ground. Okay, they could have flopped either way.
Okay.
And you would think with like how much of a stranglehold they have on things, like it would like how much of a stranglehold they have on certain things, and how much money that they make, especially with like the brand and how long it's been around. Like you a lot of people, including myself at the time, would think, oh, they're making a fuck ton of money, Like they're mad in the green, they can do whatever they want and be secure,
Mm-hmm.
But then you see them kind of like losing certain names to other services, right? Like certain shows and stuff, and not renewing licenses because of whatever back-end shit. It's not like I know the details on that. But like, so you see that, and you see them being like, okay, first mistake, and we talked about this, I believe, last episode, but first mistake they ever made was just the announcement. Before they even put it into place, a few months ago, they go, we're going to crack down on password sharing. That killed them. That the second they even mentioned that statement, that killed them. Because a lot of people immediately started trying to find alternatives because of that. because of that one statement. Do other places let you share passwords and stuff like that? No. But just the mere statement of it made people doubt that fucking Netflix. And so you saw a lot of other, even fucking like shows that aren't Netflix produced, obviously, because Netflix does produce their own shows. You saw people going to other platforms to have their shows on there because they had a feeling about the upcoming events. And then they bring that up again, and then they start canceling shows. You want to know what's even crazier about the shows they canceled? This has been happening the past like 2 or 3 months. You don't know what's even crazier about most of the shows they canceled?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them are animated shows. Which, aside from a few big hitters that Netflix has, animated shows as a whole and animated things as a whole make them more money than anything else, or made them more money than anything else. But most of the shows and things that were getting canned were animated shows, cartoons, anime, stuff like that. Especially when, and you got to think, the animation industry as a whole grew exponentially because of COVID.
Interesting.
Anime popped the fuck off because of COVID. Like, that's undeniable. I think pretty much everybody understands that. Like, so many people became anime fans because of COVID. Because anime shows are usually longer running than most other series and are easy to just digest generally, if they're big name shows. Look at your, current slice of life, like seasonal shows. Look at your Demon Slayer, stuff like that, And so, even after COVID, they've been getting bigger and bigger because of that initial boost in growth. And so Netflix making the decision to be like, they're dead. Kind of, that's when their subs start dropping a lot. Losing, what was it? It was like 25,000 users or some shit, whatever, 250,000 users. I don't know the exact number, but it was a crazy number. It's like, that does a lot more to hit than you'd think it would. And then they're projected to lose another 2 M's at least in the next 4 to 6 months because they are doubling down on decisions they made. And then, final nail in the coffin was something they announced very recently within the past few weeks. I don't know if it was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. I don't know the exact date, but it feels like it was either this month or last month. They announced their fucking subscription system, their tier system, where it's like, essentially, you can pay they basically added tiers to their subscription system, where it's like, if you pay for lower tiers, you're not getting as much as you would have gotten before they created the tier system. And they're creating the tier system as a way to recuperate those funds because they think that they'll have premium, tier subscribers that are paying them more money. But the thing is, that just killed them even more. It killed them faster because nobody wants to invest in that system because Netflix doesn't realize that they're not the only ones in the game anymore. There are so many streaming services now.
Yeah.
And that sucks because there's a chance that a lot of shows on Netflix could pay the price for this because Netflix produces a lot of shows. And so there's a lot of shows that people like. They could be gone because Netflix can't get their shit together. So it's really interesting to kind of analyze how fast a monopoly can fall. Because Netflix was the streaming service for so long. And they had the brand and legacy attached to them, which is the same reason that people like Apple, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they have all this shit attached to them. But practically overnight, because their heads of marketing are fucking delusional, and their fucking higher-ups are delusional, they practically overnight are in the red and will continue bleeding for months. And so, that's a very interesting thing to think about is how fast bad decision making can ruin a company.
Yeah. Wow.
So yeah, there you go. I know I talked about it last episode. We talked about business a little bit. There we go. I did it. Talked about business. Something current. It's a current event.
Current event.
Current event.
See if they do anything about it.
I low-key hope not. Fuck Netflix. Y'all fucked over Stone Ocean. I want Stone Ocean to end, and then I want Netflix to end.
Golly, bro.
If Netflix ends before Stone Ocean, then it doesn't get finished because it's a Netflix show. So.
My man really said I want Stone Ocean to end, and then I want Netflix to end. That's crazy.
I'd be fine with them starting something afterwards. I just don't like the current idea, like, of how Netflix operates.
I mean, I'm not. It's your opinion. I'm not hating.
No, for sure. I'm really the master of killing sponsorships for myself. I will talk bad about every fucking corporation under the sun.
Dang, bro. Because you were on your Crunchyroll, hate the bag.
Don't get me started on Crunchyroll right now, please. Don't get me on Crunchyroll.
That's
but yeah, let's go ahead and head into some tech, Josh.
All right, tech. First up for me this week, Transient Shaper. I don't have any one specific for today, but if anyone who's in music production, I highly recommend a Transient Shaper for drums. I know FL has a really good one, like a stock one, but you'll probably have to pay for it if you don't have the signature edition or whatever, but it's worth it. I don't have it. I have a different one. And I can't say I recommend the one I have just because I haven't used it that much yet, but I've noticed how much an improvement it can help with your drums. And I notice sometimes I will quit a 4-bar loop when maybe I could just change the mixing of the drums and maybe that'll fix the beat. So yeah, highly recommend that. And lastly, for me this week, I got another YouTuber recommendation. It's a homie. He goes by the name of Delta. He hit me up on my recent video. Shout out to you. And it's crazy because my recent video was the Poofs Kindergarten.
It was the Kindergarten video. I hate that those videos get so much traction. I hate it.
Bro.
I hate it. Because everybody knows their shit, so they just watch people play them so that they can react to how shit it is.
Yeah, that's what one dude in my comments section said, which made sense. And he was like, yo, they got you playing these games too, bro? And I'm like, oh, finally, someone who gets it. But then it kind of made me think, oh, does he like do YouTube videos as well? So I checked him out and, oh, he's really dope. So I found out not only he's black, which, I'm always willingly to support
Absolutely.
black business. You feel me? He's also a game developer. He's made a ton of indie games in the past. He hasn't really published them, but I can't find them. He doesn't really advertise it, but he knows a lot about game developing. And then on top of it, he's a composer and he is also a hip hop artist from what I saw on his Spotify. I haven't got to listen to his music yet, but
alternate dimension Josh be like,
bruh. Yeah.
I don't make indie game videos. I make indie games.
That's interesting you say that because I'm actually considering to make
I know.
an indie game, but
I talked about it before.
I actually want to make a visual novel first.
Fire.
I've written so many stories, so I was thinking might as well, since I talk so much crap when it comes to these visual novel games I'll be playing when I finish them. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna show y'all just what I think a visual novel should be. So I've been working on that in the background.
We could do fucking Bartender's complete ripoff of Valhalla with a new story. visual novel.
Just Sukaban game fans just like, bro.
Yeah, but we'd like name the game instead of Valhalla. We'd probably just name it like Shangri-La or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But it'd be like just it's so obvious what you're doing, but we'd have an entirely different story and have the characters act different enough to where it's just like, I guess.
Bruh, this gonna make Sukaban just like, y'all fiending, huh? Y'all really want another one?
No, I just want them to put our music in their fucking game.
Bruh, one of these days, bruh.
Imagine thinking that game's gonna come out though.
Copium.
Nirvana's never dropping, G.
That's a sad life of being a fan. Anyway, but yeah. Yeah, he has I listened to one of his composer music, like one of his tracks, and he makes like video game type like composing. So like I could tell like if he were to make an indie game, he would already know how to like make his own soundtrack and stuff. So that's definitely something that I wish if I can ask questions on like his process, that would be really dope. But yeah, he's actually really entertaining. I watched a video he did, A Space for the Unbound, a game that I played, which is the prologue to a game that's going to be coming out later on this year, I hope. Copium. Bruh. Man, that prologue was amazing. And he was hitting all the points I thought, the same thing I thought for the game. And he has a series called Hidden Gems where he plays a bunch of games, like indie games on itch.io, just like really obscure games. And he does like a review on them. And he calls it like Hidden Gems. So if it's really good, he'll put it like Games of the Week. And he'll do a really intellectual video essay of his thoughts on the game. And he actually goes very in detail. At the same time, balance, trying to be entertaining, not where it's just like straight to the point. He's very funny. And he just gives you a bunch of tech about games that you potentially may or may not like. And he actually kind of put me on a one game that I might honestly do on the channel. So, yeah, he's really dope. I've been loving his videos and underrated. So shout out to you, bruh. Yeah, just recognize real, bruh.
Fucking, what's it called? I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn it! I had such a good thought. Oh yeah, there it is. When are you gonna do your fucking editing software video, Copium?
Bro, I gotta do I'm in the works of, speaking of video essays, I am in the works of making a video like why I love indie games.
Oh,
so
sick,
yeah, I recorded like the first part. I haven't really touched on editing yet.
You think you'll be able to finish recording before you move?
No, heck no. I'm like halfway through with it. No, I would say I'm a quarter in it. I have an idea for what I want to do, but if it doesn't work out, I'll just probably record the rest. But when I do move, I'll probably still record it. But once I record it, I'll have to edit it, and then I'll get that done. And then I'm gonna start working on like, why Vegas is like the best editing software for YouTubers. Because I definitely just started writing down like what I want to say and stuff. So yeah, it's definitely trying to get that done.
I have a video essay idea because I gotta set some niggas straight.
Okay.
I was having a conversation with somebody earlier, and I guess people just don't understand this. Fist of the North Star is a love story. Fist of the North Star is a romance manga. And a lot of people don't recognize it as that. Because it's known for being a battle shonen. Especially because of like all the memes about it. It made it seem like it's a super over-the-top violent show. Which, I mean, it is. Right? But it's a martial arts manga. Of course it is. But it's like the entire journey and the entire story of Fist of the North Star happens because of love. It happens out of love. And literally, like, the penultimate message of the series is like using the feeling of love to overcome adversity. That's Fist of the North Star. And so, like, I've had some debates recently with people where it's like they just don't understand that. And so I'm like, God damn, I really just need to make a video on this, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something I plan on doing. I'm gonna have to like reread Fist of the North Star for it and like rewatch it and stuff, but that won't be an issue once I am able to start doing shit.
I gotta rewatch it.
Shit's fire.
I need to watch it.
Shit's fire. Fist of the North Star is one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite shonen. Period. 100%. And especially at that time, something you don't see a lot is manga aimed towards a shonen demographic, but speaks on something that isn't just, you know,
typical like
I don't know. It's hard to explain. At that time period, and I mean, to this day, we literally had this discussion earlier where it's like, you know, because the shonen demographic's like young men, right? Like young boys, like 13 to like 17, 18. But it's like, you know, something you don't see is like people talking about like emotions and stuff when it comes to boys and stuff. And because like, you know, like I was talking about earlier, you know, it's like the stigma is that like you're a bitch or whatever, right? But it's like, especially at that time in the early 80s, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Taking this character that you look at him and your first instinct of him is like, you know, he's hyper masculine, fucking super Chad Manleyson, you know? But like the whole concept of him is fucking, he's a very emotional person. He fights out of feeling, not out of like, you know, being violent, you know? And the entire story is about love and like respecting other people and shit. And it's just such like a monument to, because that's why it still holds up as one of the greats now, is not only did it inspire most current shonen authors, but it's like the reason that modern shonen as we know it is so open to being emotional is because of Fist of the North Star.
Really?
Absolutely. Because Kinnikuman Man has emotional moments, right? But Kinnikuman Man really mainly started the whole, like, pretty much every shonen trope and, like, the whole trend of, like, battle shonen, you know? But the more emotional... And like I said, there are emotional moments in Kinnikuman Man. Don't get me wrong. And there are some great character moments and things like that. But with Fist of the North Star is about the emotions. It's about the journey, you know? Where Kinnikuman Man is a battle series to the point where it's even a Monster of the Week series at first, to the point where it's, you know, a battle series aimed towards young men of just, you know, beating some ass. Fist of the North Star is, you know, trying to overcome emotion and, you know, it kind of forms like the whole friendship motif, which Kinnikuman Man also does. But it also forms like the concept of the love interest, and yet manages to do it better than most other shonen manga because a lot of shonen manga can't capture what Fist of the North Star does because their story isn't a romance story, you know? A lot of shonen like fitting in love interests, but, you know, they either treat it in a super, like, dare I say, semi-misogynistic way where it's like, you know, the girl can't do anything for herself or something like that. Or like, you know, they just kind of have it in at the last minute as like, well, he has to end up with somebody, which he doesn't, you know? Meanwhile, Fist of the North Star is like, that was what the story was about. It was the journey. It was these two trying to reconnect after years when she thought this nigga was dead, and his love for her is what kept him alive. Dude damn near wills himself back to life after being hit by the ultimate Fist of the North Star technique because she wasn't with him. So, you know, and there are other emotional points that Fist of the North Star hits that common like modern shonen has now, right? Like, you know, the second you see the main character like stop talking and, you know, you see the tears in his eyes, it's like, okay, he's killing somebody, you know? It's like Fist of the North Star did that. Fucking the concept of the heroic protagonist as we know it, where it's like kind of morally ambiguous, but at the same time, it's like he does act for justice. Fist of the North Star. And it's like things of that nature. And yet, you wouldn't see, and I have so much more to talk about this. This is just surface level shit for me. Like I said, I want to do a video on this. But you would never see a modern day shonen try to approach the type of scenario or setting the Fist of the North Star has. Trying to make a series like that in a post-apocalyptic world, delivering a message of hope in a world where there is no hope is something that I'm sure that 99% of people could not write properly.
Interesting.
And that's why Fist of the North Star might be one of the best shonen ever made. But, like I said, I'd make a whole video on this shit because a lot of people don't realize there's a romance series. And it is. It's fucked up that it's not recognized for that because it's often well respected for being a battle series. It's like there are great fights. And there are great character moments involving fights and stuff, but that's not what the story's about. You're missing the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Kinnikuman, a lot of people don't recognize because it's kind of like your favorite shonen writer's favorite shonen. Where it's like, suffice to say, Kinnikuman might be the MF Doom of manga. Dare I say it.
Your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
Exactly. Like everybody in the know knows about Kinnikuman, right? It inspired some of the greats. Oda, Toriyama, fucking what's it called? Hold up. Fucking what's her name? Arakawa, the fucking writer of a series that a lot of people consider the best shonen series, Fullmetal Alchemist. Fucking, who else? I know that, what's it called? Black Clover. The writer from Black Clover has cited Kinnikuman before. I don't remember the author for Black Clover's name. Like, there's so many shonen writers.
I think it's like Amada or something like that. Amada or Kamada, something like that.
Yeah. The only one of, like, the new gen writers' names I know is Horikoshi. And that's because my hero is modern Dragon Ball, so. But,
Rip.
But, like, there's so many people that are, like, writers of people's favorite shonen series that cite Kinnikuman as being one of, if not their biggest influence. And a lot of people don't know that Kinnikuman even exists.
Yeah.
Outside of Japan, of course. Japan does hold it in like cult classic regard. But, Kinnikuman also started a lot of trends is something people don't realize. Like, the reason fights in anime are so over the top is because of Kinnikuman. Fights before Kinnikuman were generally a lot more realistic. But then Kinnikuman gets involved. Fucking, you have this character that comes up with special techniques, after every other arc or so to combat his villains. There's transformations for the first time. There's the ultimate technique that's used at the end of the series. There's the concept of the hero that starts as a nobody. And another thing I'll say about Fist of the North Star and Kinnikuman that makes them a lot better than most shonen, in my opinion, is they weren't afraid to make their main characters not kids. Kenshiro's damn near, like, I think he's like late 20s, early 30s or some shit. I don't remember exactly, but he's older. And then there's Kinnikuman, where Suguru starts the series at like 20. And he's like this 20-year-old fucking bum who's living paycheck to paycheck is like a superhero that nobody cares about. And then it's kind of showing, like, I don't know, I feel like it delivers a message to even younger readers that, like, if you ever feel like it's too late, it's not, I feel like that's like an extra layer. but a lot of people try to be relatable, so they make their main characters kids, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'd like to see more main characters that aren't kids. Like, that's kind of why I like Luffy as well, because Luffy's not a kid. Luffy's an adult. Luffy's 19. And as time has gone on, you have watched him grow from, like, this fucking just super idiotic, happy-go-lucky kid to, like, who he is today.
Yeah.
And so that I like when manga aren't afraid to go outside their target audience for a character and still manage to find a way to make it relatable. But a lot of them don't, because that's a fear, is if it'll be relatable or not. So, yeah. That's... Oh, fuck. Again?
Yep.
That's me with Shonen.
Yikes.
Yeah. So yeah, now we can get into news. My bad. I had to talk my shit for a second.
Okay. I think this is some sources, but senior, current, and former Ubisoft developers suggest that the company could be preparing a possible sell. Mention factors: no Guillemot left to take over, ongoing workplace controversy, senior devs leaving, big projects struggling.
Yeah. Ubisoft would be a... Ubisoft has been struggling a lot the past few years even, right?
Mm-hmm.
I won't go into business mode again. I won't. I will try not to go into business mode again, right? But they've been struggling the past few years, right? But they still have a legacy attached to the name. Like, Ubisoft is known, you know?
Yeah.
So I am intrigued to see if somebody buys them, not only who it will be.
Probably going to be freaking Microsoft.
But that would be a huge purchase if you're able to use that company to make something that's, like, not what they normally make. Because the name behind them is, like, people know the name Ubisoft, you know?
Yeah. They need something to change.
If Microsoft does it, like, Microsoft is...
I'd say Microsoft does it, unless... If Microsoft doesn't do it, I see Sony doing it in order to compete with them buying Bethesda and whatchamacallit.
Yeah. To be fair, I think Microsoft would do more with Ubisoft than Sony would.
I think Microsoft would do more, but that's just because I feel like Sony is kind of complacent right now.
I agree. I think that's also because Sony can't adapt like Microsoft does.
I
don't think it's that they can't. I think they just choose not
to. I agree with that.
Now, Microsoft has more money, but I feel like personally, money does not... Business. I think Microsoft just has more ambition than Sony does.
Also true. They're not afraid to take risks.
Well, they have the money to back it up.
Exactly.
Versus like Sony, I think they kind of look at things very archaically, like, oh, we don't have the money right now, so we can't.
Well, I mean, old Japanese company, Omega.
Still.
No, you're right, but it's just like, it falls into that thing we've talked about before with Nintendo, is like the nature of archaic Japanese business practices. They're very stuck in their ways, you know.
Is there anything else from that vein, or just Ubisoft might be preparing for?
We can talk about the Twitch rules.
Stuff. That was actually my. I was going to ask you if you thought it was if you wanted to talk about it or not.
I'm trying so hard not to go into business mode again, man.
Yeah,
you don't understand, dude. Twitch is.
Yeah. Yes, I'm gonna read
what does Twitch do now?
Let me read the real quick. Let me read the tweet.
Read it to him, and then I might have to get back into business mode.
All right.
Read it to him.
Well, no, I mean, like, I just need.
Yeah. So Twitch is considering changes to its partner program. Currently, discussed ideas, which, in parentheses, not finalized. Incentives for more ads. A new rev split, so 70% to 50%. New tiers system, no more exclusivity. Changes could be implemented this summer.
So here's the deal. The only good thing about that deal is that there's no more exclusivity, right? Revenue split for partners going down from 70% to 50% is a fucking joke. Because here's the deal. The only people who got the 70% revenue split anyways were a very select few of the top streamers, and it wasn't even all of them.
Yeah, that was pretty much stupid.
Meanwhile, it should have just been all of them.
Like, what? Why? Why do they need that?
But now everybody just gets 50 because Twitch can't afford to keep that rule. Because Twitch has been in the red for years and is costing Amazon more than anything else. So eventually, they're going to have to answer for their crimes, and I can't wait to see that happen. Anyways, incentives for more ads is a fucking joke, all right? Because do you know how many how much lost viewership there currently is on Twitch because of the way they force ads down your throat?
Bro, I thought that was enough. Why do y'all need more?
Honestly, they should have handled it better. You can put ads. You can there's just so many more ways they could have done it.
Yeah.
And the fact that playing ads punishes you. You will lose viewers if you play ads.
Facts.
100%.
This is a live stream format. It's not like it's YouTube where because you're missing
and I
content.
understand, ads are necessary because you need to make that money, right? But at the same time, there are so many other ways to implement advertising that it's a fucking joke that you would consider this is your way to do it.
Yeah.
Having it punish, and everything that Twitch is doing just punishes the viewer. Because it's a terrible platform. They're just punishing the viewer. Constantly. With every change that they do. A new tier system, I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's subscriber tiers or if it's like something new. I don't know. Either way, you know what? It's probably subscriber tiers. I have a theory as to what that is, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I think a new tier system is they're going to make it so that the $5 sub doesn't take away ads, but all other subs do. That's what I think.
Yeah.
They would totally do that.
I can see that, actually.
And here's the thing. Like I said, Amazon, they're going to have to pay for their crimes to Amazon eventually.
Yeah.
And so, if they ever decide to get rid of Prime, that's it. Twitch is done.
Oh, yeah. That Prime, I know, bruh. So many people use that just to escape all of that.
Oh, yeah. And eventually Amazon's going to be like, no, we don't even want you anymore. Because here's the deal. Twitch has never made money for Amazon. Ever. Even in its biggest year in 2020, when, because of COVID, so much happened in the streamer field, they didn't make enough money to recoup losses for Amazon. So eventually Amazon's going to hit them up and be like, we bought you so you could do shit. What are you doing?
Wow.
So yeah, fuck Twitch, basically, is what I'm saying. Hey, no more exclusivity, though. No more exclusivity is hype.
Yeah.
Because that means that Twitch partners can stream multi-stream on bigger, better platforms.
Yeah.
YouTube.
But
period. That's pretty much all.
YouTube. I mean, Facebook Gaming.
Yeah.
Facebook Gaming gets a fuck ton of views. But yeah, fuck Twitch. That's all. Fuck Twitch.
Sorry, there was some noise in the background.
You're good. You're chilling.
Yeah, that blows. I mean, I'm actually wondering how that whole little advertising tier for partners is going. Like they can put money on that.
Yeah, if they're incentivizing ads, I'm telling you, better be dropping me fucking stacks to kill my audience.
Bro, yeah.
I will see even big streamers whose viewer count will drop by like fucking a fifth because they have to play an ad.
Okay, why do they they don't really advertise Twitch Turbo though? Unless I'm wrong. I don't ever
because
see
they would
them
make
do that.
less money. Most revenue from ads don't go to the creator.
Okay.
Most of that goes to Twitch, and Twitch needs to play ads because, again, they are always in the red. So the more you
doesn't a part of the Twitch Turbo go to the partner as well?
No, I don't think so. Because Turbo is a one-time purchase. I'm pretty sure, right?
Well, I heard like I remember I was watching Omega stream. He was like, "Oh yeah, that." He said something about that. I might be wrong, but I was like, "Wait."
Yeah, I'd have to look into it, but I'd imagine since it's a one-time purchase that wouldn't make any sense. But or maybe it does.
No,
I don't know.
It's a monthly thing.
Well, no, but I mean, like, it's not like you're paying for Turbo for each streamer that
That's
you watch.
true.
You're paying for Turbo once that month. So, like, it being a sub-based thing is, like, that's good. But it's going to make short-term money if they advertise that as opposed to just letting people watch ads. It stacks up more over time for them back-end-wise, but it's still never going to recoup their losses. So
I feel like that would still be the way if they were like in a green zone because it just helps out.
I mean, if they didn't have to worry about money, then yeah, they would. They'd advertise it because the faster you can make money, the better if you're in the green. Because you making money fast will always keep you in the green for as fast as that money is, like you're getting that money. But if you're always in the red, you have to think of long-term money.
Is that the reason why they don't do skippable ads or anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. More view time.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword.
It's just the fact that every time Twitch makes changes, it punishes viewers is like, ugh. At this point, I'm a lose. I'm gonna keep losing them. I'm gonna keep losing companies on my side, but I can't wait. I cannot wait.
I can't wait.
I cannot wait. I'm not gonna say what I can't wait for, but I can't wait. We got anything else after that?
Yeah, just one more, and it was just
okay.
What you kind of were talking about it, but One Piece anime being back.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know, they're now back. So.
Yeah. Did they found out why Toei got hacked?
What happened?
Somebody at Toei, some person, tried to download some kind of like reference or program or something from a third-party website, and the entire system just got fucked.
Well,
at work, my boy. Dang.
He's trying to play Halo, bro.
Yeah, he was trying to play Halo on the school.
Halo combat involved. Go around and got
the
whole thing messed up, bro.
That was his off time too.
Oh, it was his off time, all right. Probably finna be on off time for a while.
He's probably finna be off time for a while, yes sir.
I know, bro. Dang, bro. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, that is goofy that happened. But yeah, the Toei is back producing their shows again. If only they'd produced the like good arcs from Dragon Ball Super that are currently happening in the manga, but whatever.
Whatever.
So something I wanted to talk about earlier that I brought up slightly.
Okay.
So PJ, you're strap in for this one.
Jesus, why me?
Why me? Because you're the one that doesn't know. Me and Josh both know.
Oh.
So there's this lady, right? Goes by the name of Emily. Pretty decently known Tekken player because she's been popping off a little bit since the start of like online tournaments and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gets a career-ending hell sweep, we'll say.
Career-ending hell sweep?
Goes against one of the best Kazuya players. I'd say one of the best. I don't know. I know people might not agree with me, but I mean, there is evidence to show that he is a very good player. His name's Shadow, right? Doesn't fuck with nobody. No beef, no nothing. Cool ass dude, right? Emily loses on stream after, a hell sweep into a timeout. And proceeds to go onto a Discord with other people in the Tekken community.
Uh-oh.
And let me send the tweet. Because I actually can't.
The person that she lost to.
Yeah.
Who is this person?
His name is Shadow. Shadow20Z.
Shadow. Let me look up Shadow before I look at this thing.
Look up Shadow20Z.
Shadow20Z. All right. So here's the problem with this.
you know exactly.
I know exactly where this is going. And it's because you said three things. You said Tekken player. All right. Best. All right. And then you said Discord with other people.
Yeah.
And the only thing that I could possibly think of when all those three are in the same category is that only Atlanta niggas play Tekken.
Yes.
If it's an Atlanta nigga, that means he has to be black.
Okay.
Because he's black and she lost, and then there's a Discord involved, I'm only assuming that there was some massive racist comments made about Shadow20Z.
I will tell you. Not racist directly towards Shadow20Z, just racist. Well, correct.
Oh, man.
And I mean, against all of them, not just black, all of them.
Shit, culture bender.
Not just black. Culture bender is the word. So, she loses. I'll just send good screenshots. That's great. So, this was immediately after losing in bracket. Go ahead and just read that.
Hold up, let me see. Okay. All right. So wait, she goes off on everyone?
No, that's just her after getting mad at losing.
Hold
up. Immediate red flag also, we'll point out, Kakegurui profile picture.
He's so bad. Whoa. Here's the thing. All right, here's my only, with that first picture, okay? How you gonna say can't beat Shadow's Kazuya, then call him bad?
That's a good question, G.
You can't do that. You can't say can't beat it. Be like, he's so bad. Like, nigga, what?
There's the clip of from the tournament.
That's the only way.
Also, would like to point out, Josh, something I didn't tell you. Do you want to know what her reasoning for her saying the N-word was? Take a guess. White bitch.
You are better than win the run back. All right, I'm not gonna be that guy, but I think Speed Kicks is kind of on something.
He's well known, he's that nigga.
But I think he's kind of on something. I'm like, bro, you cannot sit there and be like, he's so bad, can't beat his cop. Like, nigga, win then, bro. I don't know what else to do.
When I tell you she has been caught saying every slur in the book, I got more screenshots.
Hell sweep. All right, let me see real quick. Let's see.
But yeah, Josh. So you would take a wild guess. White bitch says the N-word. Think about what her excuse as to why she can say it is. There's two possible excuses.
Do I have to?
Go ahead.
Oh.
Go ahead and take a guess. Go ahead and take a guess as to what her experience or her excuse for her saying the N-word was.
Nigga did that.
I'm gonna just say she's biracial or something.
Losing, bro.
No.
Oh, that's tragic.
No. Josh, think about this. A white bitch says the N-word, right?
I don't want to think about it.
And her excuse was, PJ, would you like to take a crack at it?
Wait, hold up. Sorry, I had to watch the thing. I'm not caught up. All right.
No, you're good.
So you asked Josh what?
I asked him, so there's screenshots of her saying the N-word as well. And you know what her excuse was as to why.
You don't, I don't, look, I'm just gonna be honest, bro. You don't even have to ask me this question, bro. Like, there's no reason for you to ask me this question, bro. Like, I know how it is. There's
why do they, bro? This is getting me mad, bro.
Look, let me break it down for you first.
Freaking mad, bro.
Let me break it down for you first. Okay?
Why is bro?
This nigga just said. She
Bro.
says the N word. I was like, okay, there's only one explanation. She's not racist and she's not biracial. It's a white chick who dates niggas who's a snow bunny. When they date niggas, they think they're a black person, so then they want to drop the N-bomb. That's the only explanation, bro. There is no other explanation. That's the only thing that they ever say as an excuse.
I don't want to.
Hold up. Let me see this real quick. All right.
These thoughts, bro. That's crazy.
Nah, bro. It's just because it's like, that's that political.
Also that one?
She ain't even white. Well, she's white, but she's like, you know how it is.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. But like, oh my God.
And then there's also, you want to know what the crazy thing is? Shadow has tried to teach her how to fight Kazuya before.
That doesn't work.
That doesn't work.
I'm just being so real. Like, that doesn't work. Every time you teach someone how to fight you, it's the fact of like they're gonna think about that advice.
Well, no, it's not. It wasn't to fight him specifically. He was just teaching her the Kazuya matchup
in general.
Yeah.
But if he's a good Kazuya, look, all I'm saying is if it's like, oh my gosh, I can't beat his Kazuya, he's so bad. That statement alone tells me what kind of person this is. Because I'm like, all right, first of all, you can't say this nigga's good and then say he's bad 10 seconds later. You're going to have to make up your mind. Did you lose because this nigga's bad? Because even that also, you know, it's, you know, whatever, but it's not really, doesn't make sense.
If he were bad, you know, if he's bad, what does that make you? I mean, I don't know.
Not even just like, if he's bad, what does that make you? It's like, oh, like he's bad. So why didn't you beat him? But I mean, it's at this point, this is kind of like, I feel like it's like end game for black people out here. Like I feel like it's end game at this point. And I'm not trying to get too political, you know, whatever, but it's like, we should know by now. We should actually not even get surprised. We should know by now, bro. Like it's end game status. Someone gets pissed, they drop the N-bomb because there's nothing else that they can think of.
Yeah.
There's nothing else they can think of at all. Like they're just gonna be like, okay, well, like it should be end game now. It's like, all right, well, we should no longer get angry. Not saying Shadow got mad, but it's like you shouldn't get pissed about it. Everybody is racist. There is no ifs, ands, or buts in betweens. Nah, like I'm pretty sure everybody's racist to some degree. So, like,
yeah,
not surprised. But her saying the N-word, nah, I called that. Like, there's no other explanation.
That was my literally the second I read the Discord message of him saying the N-word, I was like, oh yeah, that's totally what's up.
As soon as you were like, yeah, what do you think is the explanation for her saying the? I'm like, she dates niggas. There's no other way. There's no other explanation.
Yeah, it was quote unquote my boyfriend is black is what she said.
Exactly. See, there's no. My only question, right? Before we continue, just my only question.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I don't understand the thought process.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Like,
I don't.
If I were to, like, all right, chink, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Chink is derogatory against Asians.
Yes, absolutely.
If I was dating an Asian girl, would I just walk around saying chink?
No.
Not if I want to keep her. Like, I'm just going to be honest. Like, not if I would like to keep her as my girlfriend. That doesn't make any sense. Like, you don't call your mom a bitch and be like, bruh, she's my mom. Like,
yeah, that don't work.
Where's the logic? So you disrespect people you care about.
Yeah.
That's the logic I'm picking up.
I don't.
Just say what it is. You just say what it is, bro. Like That junk is so annoying, Chief. I wish I didn't even know about this conversation right now. Like that junk.
I think it's
not even like heated. It's just like,
I think it's like it feels like a cartoon.
Nah, remember them parodies we was talking about? Remember y'all niggas exist, bro?
This is a gag manga character.
This is exactly one of those freaking gag manga characters. Like, you are the freaking, you're like the gal girlfriend in an anime. Like, you niggas again?
Like,
thought we were past it. Like, all right, well,
there's just no way you exist. You don't exist.
This sucks. I have a better question for this chick though. Her answer of like, my boyfriend is black. Well, does he know? I just want to know. Does he actually
what
know?
You are doing?
Does he actually know, or is that just something to get people off your back?
It's crazy.
Also, another correction from earlier. Shadow is from Chicago, not Atlanta.
Well, only niggas are good at Smash. Or good at Tekken. Doesn't matter which nigga. Just knows he's a nigga.
Just a nigga.
Just knows that it's a nigga. Nah, I'm just playing. But nah, like for real. As soon as I was like, all right, well, he's one of the best. He's probably black. The only thing I could think of is that there was some racist stuff being said. Because what happens whenever you get mad at a black person? You just spam the N-word because that's the go-to. Like, end game. Once again, end game. It's pretty regular at this point. I feel like there shouldn't be any surprises. We should be all on the same page of like, hey, it's fuck everybody season. And it needs to stay that way. I'm not gonna freaking retaliate. Don't freaking do no race war bull crap. We're not talking about that. If you're one of those people, you're an NPC too. Stop it.
Shut up, Josh is dead.
Why would you?
Bro, you ain't gotta bring him
Why would you do
up.
that?
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
Sorry. I gotta get a disrespectful.
I'm like,
you know,
you already
rule,
roasted every corporation in America.
Yeah, but it's not like a personal attack when I do it to a corporation. You know,
so soon that this nigga died isn't a personal attack.
No, I said that one was. That one was. I was saying
you gotta get a personal attack in?
Well, no, but it's just kind of a meme at this point.
No, I was just wondering. I was just trying to understand. Like, I was like, wait.
No, it's just like that's just the thing at this point. Is like I'm just known for that now. Like literally, what was it? Like an episode, like 2 or 3 episodes ago, when you guys were like, "Why are you always so fucking disrespectful?"
Yeah.
So it's like that's kind of just a bit now.
Rip. Sorry, Josh is dead.
Sorry, Josh is dead.
But I don't know. That's a wow.
Yeah.
Way to exhaust my energy in one fell swoop. or should I say
one fell swoop. One hell sweep.
One hell sweep. Exhaust my energy in one hell sleep. Just like red.
Oh, that's fucking fire.
He was like, yes, I got him. And then nigga said, take again, bitch. And then it was how he stepped away, like, nah, nigga.
Because she choked. It was because she choked. She was too scared to commit.
Hell no. She was too scared to commit. I think she got cocky.
I think she got hit by nerves. She could have, because I played that character she's playing. She could have continued off the stand. I played both of those characters.
Oh, okay.
And I can tell you that, like, she could have continued off of that hit, at least to even just apply pressure, because you got to look at the timer as well.
Is it like first to one?
No, there was 1 second left in the fucking, or like a few seconds left in the game.
That was the game? Like that was the set?
Yes, that was the end of the set. It was best 2 out of 3, and they were both there. Or no, that was first game of the set, I think. Actually,
I thought it was first game of the set.
But yeah, you're getting mad at the first game of the set.
My thing is like, okay, you got mad at the first game of the set, like, oh my gosh, this freaking like this hell sweep, and it's like, oh, you mean to tell me after he clapped your cheeks for the rest of the set? You mean to tell me you ain't talk about that junk?
But you started calling him slurs towards black people, gay people, mentally handicapped people. like you just went in.
That's gonna be my new catchphrase, bro.
What?
End game.
This game, fucking, but yeah, it's like
Be in the grocery store, someone in the back just, you stupid ass nigger. I'm just sitting in the end game. End game.
But
get over it. End game.
Bruh.
Fucking like I played both of those characters, and there was so little time on the timer that I'm almost convinced that she could have continued to run out the clock. Put pressure on him to run out the clock and would have just won that. But because she got scared, dude, and backed away, everything got fucked up. I mean, she lost. She threw.
You know, it is what it is. I just think it's kind of funny because I'm like, bro.
I think it's goofy. I think that's why I wanted to bring it up. I think it's goofy. I wanted to make like a little meme video on this, like a it couldn't be a Kaiji fan saying this video, but I did.
Bruh, that reminds me of this meme I freaking saw. You know, like the blue button meme?
Yeah.
It was like loses to a black person in Call of Duty, and it just shows the button, and it's just like, knit. I'm like, oh, really be out here with that bit. There is no other option for y'all. It's end game for y'all, bro. Y'all go straight there, and that is sad. Like, straight, like, chief. At this point, it just shows, like, at this point, I feel like if Loki, if you still getting, like, hurt by the N-word, bruh, end game. Come on, bro. End game. We should not be getting on this.
I think what's even crazier is, like, me and Josh have made this meme where we talked about how she's a culture bender instead of a fucking airbender. Because this bitch got caught using slurs for all of them.
Yeah.
I mean,
with the nigga nation attacked. Like, get your
nation attacked. Yeah, got caught saying the N-word, got caught saying shit towards Asian people, got caught fucking using the word speak in 2022, okay?
2022.
Like, buddy.
Yeah, what are you doing, bro? Yeah.
Buddy, how you get caught saying all of them?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro, it's a spam. It's a spam. Like, you just... It's like the first thing that you do, bro, like, because you just can't do anything else. You're just like, all right, Rip City, I'm pulling out the card. Like, that's it.
Pulling out the card.
Yeah, like, it's not even a trap. It's... Using racial slurs is like MST.
Okay.
MST's a quick spell, and it gets rid of shit that people are trying to use. Or just trying to enjoy the time, like, their time playing this game. And it's like, boom, MST. It's not even your turn. MST.
To newer gen Yu-Gi-Oh players, think of it as the equivalent to hand traps. The fact that you can do something and get punished from somebody's hand, that's what it is. Also, PJ, if you didn't know, that's a thing. Hand traps are a thing. Somebody fucks around and does something your card doesn't like, you can play, like, I don't know, like fucking Ash Blossom, for example. They use any card on the field that lets them draw something, you can activate from the hand and just be like, no, you don't.
Cool.
You didn't know that's a thing, yeah. But yeah, think of it like that. MST is actually a very suitable explanation for it. But that was just for the newer players that don't know about old cards that are no longer in the meta.
MST, I'm about to say. It's like, MST's not in the game? I thought you were about to say MST's not in the game. I was like, when? Since when?
No, it's just there's just so many new cards. It's like there's no reason to use it, especially on like hand traps and stuff.
I'm still using MST. But that's because I'm an OG old head player.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm one of them old head gatekeepy hip hop niggas.
Low-key.
But like, here's the deal, bro. I'm still finna use MST. But then with my Atlanteans, you want to fucking fight me? Bring a combo deck, bitch.
But yeah, I think that entire situation is goofy. I think it's like a cartoon. Damn near.
I think cartoon is, and that's an insult to cartoons. I feel like that's just like getting real tired of y'all niggas existing out here.
Existing.
Because it's just like, bruh, is your life's purpose to exhaust people? Because, man, you are doing a smash-up job with it. You don't even hurt people. I'd be more inclined to be like, well, At least they did something. It's always the person who does nothing who has more to say, which is exhausting.
Yeah.
Like, I hate people. I'm gonna do something about it. Like, well, you still suck, but you shouldn't just sit there fucking complaining.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that, I mean, I guess we can end the episode. It's been a while. It's been like almost 2 hours.
Yeah, it's literally about to be 2 hours.
Yeah. Okay. I had a feeling. So yeah, anything y'all would want to say to leave us off?
Support the business.
End game. Also,
Now,
support black business. Also, why is Josh not at 800 subscribers yet? Why is Nick at 49?
Just one more, bro.
Yeah, support my boy, man.
Just one.
I think I'm gonna have an actual issue with you guys. Why is this nigga at 49?
Yeah.
Just one.
No, we're supposed to. If Tower Talk is at what, 50, like 8?
50, yeah, 50 something,
53.
I better not see y'all
is higher.
I better not see y'all motherfuckers put Tower Talk at 59. Y'all, that shit better skip that number. I'm gonna be heated.
My nigga better be at 50 by the end of the night. I'm just like
by the end of the night. Otherwise,
by the end of the night.
Not a non-live recording. This man better be at 50 by the end of the night. Nobody listening. I didn't even know.
But yeah, I think with that we'll get out of here. I'll see y'all later.